I just realized that my thing for... It's still not changing the game. Are you serious? This is actually asinine. Okay, so it is changing it, but it's like changing it as soon as I start the stream, so it's still saying Sea of Thieves. And like that shouldn't be happening, because as soon as the stream goes offline, it should be going to just chatting, because I set it to that. What is changing it? Like, what the hell? There's no way. Twitch keeps changing game category back to a specific game after every stream. The default game? What's the fucking... How do I change the default game? Oh my god, hold on. Twitch. Can I set up a trigger for that? Default game Twitch sources Twitch. Hold on. So it says to go to settings. Well, that's not the fucking right thing then. Already. Go to channel. Okay, wait, no. Settings. Channel and videos, maybe? Brand. Link title. Oh, get those out of here. Brand. Oh my god, for a second I thought my manager at work literally just offered to, for me, like I'm off tomorrow, but I thought he just put in the chat that he was just gonna make me come in tomorrow for someone else for a call out without asking me, without anything. And but there's another girl there called Danny, and I oh, here we go. Oh no, that's not what I... But yeah, I got really scared for a second there. So like... Stream. Y'all can't see this, right? Okay, no. How to change default game on Twitch. Go to the dashboard. So like this dashboard. Okay. Settings. Stream. Then select the correct game category from the drop-down menu in a game. That's not helpful. Stupid. I might honestly just fucking ban stream elements from my chat. I thought I got rid of it and now it's still fucking dashboard. It's not in the chat. And there's no thing that tells me that it's doing that. Default. No. Game. Hey, pastel berries. Welcome to the show of me going crazy. I was trying to figure out how, I've been having this issue where Sea of Thieves is like my default game on Twitch for some reason. So like, every time I start a stream, it automatically says I'm playing Sea of Thieves. Even though I'm not. And I have to manually change the, well, I have like a thing that changes the game for me as soon as I go live, but there's still like a split second. So like then the whole, when the stream is over and it's archived, it says I've been playing Sea of Thieves the whole time. And I don't know how to change that. And that's what I'm doing right now. But I might stop in a second because I can't be doing this the whole time. Makes me so mad. Like, this should not be something that I have to be having an issue with. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. Cause right now it says it's Scarlet Hollow like it's supposed to be, but there's still something that is literally causing it to like and like I have a thing where like after I end the stream it changes my like channel game to like just chatting because I wanted to get rid of that fucking it telling every single time that it's Sea of Thieves. And yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's anything. Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to fucking do more shit to try and figure out why that's happening. But for now, I guess we can get in the game. We are on episode 4 now, on, in Scarlet Hollow. I was kinda pretty disappointed from last chapter, not gonna lie. The choice that I had to make, I literally had to let this ghost keep taking over the library because the only way to get it to go away was to sacrifice some of my life to it. And I didn't want to do that, so it's literally just in the library now, living there, and I couldn't let it peacefully pass on. So yeah, was a little upset by that choice, little disappointed, you know. Is this the one? Okay, yeah. Episode 4 awaits. We are not doing our recap. We just played the last of it yesterday. Sorry. If this is related to your PC or the game itself, the devs said that the Ren'Py engine has some technical issues within the game, but they're doing a UI redesign update later this year. So exciting. Oh, no. I'm not talking about the game itself. I'm talking about Twitch. Whenever I go live, Twitch for some reason makes my game Sea of Thieves like every single time I go Twitch. Like, it's like setting it as like a default game for some reason, and I haven't been able to figure out how to fix it, so I'll do that after the stream though. Alright, we're here, we're back. Hopefully this episode doesn't have a big decision that's gonna leave me disappointed by the end. You open your eyes, it's a new day. Last night seems so far away. You can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the Annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. But you know that the furious spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. yet lingers, locked behind the doors of the town hall, still tied to the earth by its hatred of you and Tabitha. Also, I even went back to try and give Tabitha's a life, because she was kind of pissing me off with being greedy after the fact of everything. And I can't even do that. It's literally my life, or I just let him sit in the library until we can actually, like, get rid of all the ghosts. So, that's fun. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but the thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hope you made it home okay. Haven't heard from Stella since last night. How about you? You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Call Stella. Hey, what's up? Okay. That's weird. She just answers? Haha, just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Stella, I can't believe you got me with that. I can't believe you got me with that. Anyways, leave a message. Or don't. I never check this thing. Great. The mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. Text Stella. Hey, I'm kind of worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Never mind how Stella is. How are you doing? Haven't heard from her either. That's not good. I think we should try looking for her. Let's meet up in town. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Take a shower. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. It feels good to wash away the grime of last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place and confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, you... think about Stella running off last night. Hopefully she's just sleeping in. I'm still thinking about the clinic, but... You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Check the closet. Oh, it moved. And there's bloody handprints. There's bloody handprints and the doll moved. Is there something in this box? You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. And judging by the residue that was left behind, you're pretty sure you know the culprit. That means he was in your room. But was he there while you were out the previous day, or did he enter while you slept unawares just a few feet away? Are we talking about Wayne? Did Wayne come in here and mess with my stuff? Something to mull over for the rest of the day. It's time to face your cousin. Oh no. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking. This week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Your cousin's posture is unsurprisingly much tenser than usual. It's possible the strike is even worse than she thought it would be. Probably won't be long before she bolts out of here. Does it even matter how the strike plays out? Any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease rotting the heart of Scarlet Hollow. For things to stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully uncover. Talk about what happened last night. Do you regret leaving Charlie down there? Not at all, and I don't care if Grandma Eddie killed him. The past is the past, and neither of us had anything to do with it. We can always build a new town hall. We can never get back lost years. I still can't get over that. I can. What does that actually change about anything? I still have mine to run, and you still have a funeral to attend. Tabitha, sometimes I really hate talking to you. Have you heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, but that's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. Talk about the strike. The strike is just a symptom of the rot in this place, Tabitha. If we don't treat the underlying disease, it won't even matter who wins. Ugh, you weirdo. Nobody talks like that. Not even Sybil talks like that. How are you feeling about the strike? You can be honest with me. Can I? That kind of honesty has to be earned. Is it not enough? Is it not enough that I literally got you through last night unharmed? You were the one who was freaking out the whole time, you know, and I was the one who played along and got us out of there. I mean, granted, also Sybil really got us out of there, but like also, what do you mean honesty has to be earned? Haven't I earned that, Tabitha? So that's why the Ditchlings are here. They were predicting a strike. Usually I'm pro-union, but do you know what the strikers even want? You probably should have seen this coming. Those doughy things we saw in the library yesterday? Look, I get it. There's weird stuff happening right now, but let's not muddy something as mundane as a strike with the supernatural. They're two entirely different things. Usually I'm pro-union, but... Come on, your mom just died. Can they not? You work hard too. They should realize that. Right? As if it's easy being the boss. Oh no. Do you know what the strikers even want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. You probably should have seen this coming. Who's to say I didn't? It wasn't ever really a question of if, more of a question of when. Forgive me if I didn't expect them to walk out a few days before my mother's funeral. Couldn't even wait until Perlane was in the ground. If the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it. Get out while you still can. Tabitha bristles. Okay. Cool. I'm not giving up like that. This is the Scarlet Mine. I'm not just going to cash out on our family's legacy. I'm bringing the mine back to life, one way or another. But you're doing it in a way where everyone hates you, you hate yourself, you hate where you live. Like, why keep going with it? Oh my god. You probably should get going, right? Yeah. I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Okay, that's a little progress. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Fuel up with a quick jelly sandwich. I'm sad we didn't get to see Dustin in the drawer. If Stella's MIA, who knows when you'll get the chance to eat. You make yourself a jelly sandwich and oh my god, anticipation for the long day ahead of you. And that's that. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. Oh. They're getting braver, aren't they? It's not just a night thing anymore, is it? The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. Glimpses of pale figures dot your periphery. Whatever. I know how to fucking say it, I just can't fucking say it. Maybe check on Dustin before showering. There was no option. It was either shower or look in the closet today. Usually there's an option to look in the drawer, but I think today it was only shower and look in the closet, and I did both. Because I think last time I showered and then it gave me the option to look in the drawer to also get clothes, but also to check on Dustin, but it didn't give me that this time. Glimpses of pale figures dot your periphery. Whatever, fucking, I can't fully say that fucking word, apparently. You haven't seen ditchlings in the middle of the day before. They're getting bolder. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. I was up most of the night, totally wired on adrenaline. Even if I'd been able to chill out a bit, knowing that thing was down the street, yeah, not super conducive to a good night's sleep. Does the library look different? Like you could see the haunting from outside? It's boarded up, but I can't say I've gotten close enough to see much of anything yet. We could always check it out together. Though maybe we better not tempt it. That ghost seemed pretty desperate to eat your soul last night. And I don't even know if I mean that metaphorically or literally. Hopefully some slapdash plywood is all it takes to contain that thing. I don't like the thought of it spilling out onto Main Street if it smells a drop of scarlet blood nearby. Hopefully no hooligans get trapped in the ghost hell. Where there are abandoned buildings, there are people trying to break in and get spooked. Nothing we can do to stop that. But maybe the ghosts won't possess anyone if they aren't any Scarlets around to guilt trip. Who knows? Oh my god. Have you heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much, and I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. How do you feel now that it's a new day? Possession is the sort of thing that can leave a mark on a person's soul. Oh, thanks for asking about the state of my soul. I appreciate that. I'd be lying if I said it didn't have an impact. I kind of feel bruised all over, physically and spiritually. But hey, that's part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. And I'm kind of thrilled that my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring, normal trauma. I mean, like, was there an option to check on... I'm like, second guessing that there was an option to check on Dustin. I'm like looking it up. Here. Let's save here. Let's load the beginning of the chapter again. Continue. No. Call Stella. Text Stella. I haven't heard from her either. No, yeah, it only says take a shower, check the closet. Did I really fuck things? I tried to pet them last time. Did I really fuck it up because I tried to pet them? Don't have an option to check drawers in chapter 4, Scarlet Hollow. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. I wish when you looked up more on this game, there was something. There's literally nothing. That's really weird. Report a bug. Report to the developers. I don't think it's a bug. I think I might have just fucked it up. I think I just fucked up, like, the... Yeah, I wish that if I, like... If I looked up something for this game, like I looked up, don't have an option to check the drawers, in chapter 4 of, you know, Scarlet Hollow. And, like, nothing is showing. No one else has had this issue, apparently. Whatever. Okay. There's ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. Avery turns to survey the tree line. I noticed a few on my way up. They're kind of funny, now that I'm getting a good look at them, with their scrunched up little Shar-Pei faces. So, should I be worried about these things? I know they're a bad omen or something, but, like, are they dangerous? They're not going to eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? You need only feel what they foretell. No, but you might get some eggs laid in your skin. No, but you might get some eggs laid in. Oh, is that all they do? That doesn't sound too bad. I think I could survive a parasitic larva or two. Just glad being eaten live isn't on the table. I mean, getting a parasite like that is it really any different than being eaten alive? They're still eating you, just more slowly and from the inside. Is there a way to... No, I don't think there's any, like... No. I don't have anything... Okay, wait, do I have major decisions? Okay, picked Stella out of her. Had tea with Avery at the dinner. Walked to Stella in the mines. Spoke to three groups. Teens managed to escape the mine clubs where they found a second opossum on my dresser. Spent some quality time with my cousin. Met the mayor. Had dinner at Reese's. Yeah, so there was no, like, there's no major decision that caused, like, found a second opossum in my dresser, but there's no, like, thing saying, like, you tried to pet the opossum and it caused them to leave or anything like that. I don't know. Sure, I get where you're coming from, but that's a pretty big difference. If mountain lion gets me, that's kind of just it, you know? I'm sure the wonders of modern medicine would be able to yank a couple eggs out of me. Heck, maybe I'd even be able to let the eggs hatch instead of just having them removed. It'd be sad to kill the babies, but at the end of the day, if it's me or them, I gotta go with self-preservation. What? You don't agree? That's fine, to each their own. Avery. But I'm the kind of people who wouldn't I'm the kind of person who wouldn't mind giving a couple weird little creatures a warm place to pupate? Pupate? Oh my god, if I could speak! If I have it to spare. And if they don't kill me. Kanika and I are meeting up to look for Stella. Wanna come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'd be coming in late today, so I've got time. I don't know how much time, though. From what I saw this morning, the diner is hopping. It's oh my god. It's absolutely packed with miners. They must be using it as home base for the strike. Oh, by the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know that, though. Have to imagine Tabitha would have told you this morning. Also, I was looking for, like how you said to report it as a bug, but all it's saying is to join the Discord, and I'm not gonna go and join a Discord server just to start either asking people, why can't I interact with Dustin in episode 4? Were you friendly, mean, distant to Dustin? I know a YouTuber who had the talk to animals trait, but ended up choosing to skip settling in their guest room in episode 1, and they still haven't met the possum throughout the entirety of the game. No, I met Dustin in episode 1, and I don't have talk to animals, so I can't really be mean to him. All I've done is like open the drawer, I've waved at him whenever I've seen him, you know, and then I made him a nest in the first episode, and then when the second possum showed up, I think I waved at them, and then I tried to pet, and then they acted dead because that's how opossums are, but they didn't like actually die. I know that they're like living and breathing still. But I think it like you said, it might be a bug, but also, or maybe you can only talk to them on the third or on the fourth episode if you have talk to animals. So maybe it's just the fact that I don't have the trait. I don't know. Let's head to town. Yeah, good idea. You and Avery start back down the path to town. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Danny, you made it. And you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally. Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack, totally exhausted and super foggy. Mom has been insisting I caught a cold, and I wasn't buying it, but as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for Stella. See, this one would be my best guess here of why she ran away, but also she doesn't really run away from her feelings. She kind of like, you know, like tries to get you to think about something else instead of her emotions. So her outright running away makes me think that something worse is happening. And I think Stella might be the main focus of the next entity or whatever's going on. Do you still think there could be a rational explanation for all this? Kanika sighs heavily. Rational, sure. Rooted in the reality that until a few days ago, I thought was devoid of all magical and supernatural shit? No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you into an you know what, fuck off. Dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. I hate that I can't speak sometimes. It makes me so mad. Like, I can see the word. I know how you're supposed to say it in my head. And then when I try and say it, I just can't fucking say the word. That's what makes me angry when I have to do reading games like this. Next thing you know, we'll find out there's a secret society of warlocks running the country. Or that angels are real. You gotta admit, it's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the new day holds for all of us. It would be a little more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. All the magical stuff we found so far just wants to hurt us. We need a magical being that's on our side. Where are the magical girls when you need them? You hadn't noticed it before, but for a split second, you feel something powerful flare up in Kanika's heart, and then it flickers out. Do you have stuttering? I also have stuttering. I do, but it's like, at this point, it's not, I mean, I do stutter. You could fucking hear me stutter all the time while reading, but also it's to the point where, like, some words I just can't get out. It's like, it gets stuck as I'm trying to say it, or like half of a word gets stuck and then I can't get it out. Like, it's not even like a stutter at that point. It's literally like, I can't get it out to the point where the word makes sense. Also, this is weird. What's going on with Kanika? Is she actually a magical girl? What? Kanika, what if you're a magical girl? I felt something flare up in you right now. Oh, I wish. But as embarrassing as it is to admit it, I spent way too much time in middle school trying to see if I could do magic. And I can't. Besides, if you think I can do magic because you felt it, wouldn't that mean you can do magic? Maybe you both can do magic, and you just need someone to teach you how to use it. Okay, who? Isn't it obvious? Your mom's a witch, Kanika. How else can you explain her rescuing all of us last night? My mom? No way. She's just a new age crystal and herbs lady. She's not... I mean, she couldn't be, right? I mean, I think she's either that or a medium. I mean, after last night, anything's possible. And she did rescue everyone from the ghost dimension. Someone manning the general store while we go looking for Stella? Mom and Miles can deal for another day while we go looking for Stella. This is important. Not that the store isn't, but if something happened to her, I was spending my time minding the register. And I was spending my time minding the register. I don't think I could live with that. Okay. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today. That she couldn't have told us all last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. After last night, I wouldn't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her whole new age mystic thing. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to waste another minute. Where to first? Let's go to Stella's house. I'm worried. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today. just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. Okay. You make your way towards Stella's house. The door is pristine as any old wooden door. No bloody handprints in sight. Any telltale sign of Wayne absent. If something happened here, it didn't involve him. At least not at the front door. Glinda vibes reference. Kanika knocks anxiously at the door. It creaks open. Of course it's something bad. Of course! We couldn't just go in and check on our friend and she'd be completely fine. No! Why would we? The interior is cold, and not just physically. There is an absence of joy in life that leaves only a chill behind. The ghost of an empty house and the sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. The house is quiet, the world outside muffled as you take a cautious step over the threshold to the muted air of the living room. No excitable pug rushes to greet you at the door, and you have a feeling that no Stella is going to emerge from the shadows to sleepily greet you. Oh my god. Okay. I don't sense anything supernatural here, but I don't like the look of this. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, we should go in. Cool. I'll be brave and go first. Avery casually steps over the threshold into Stella's home. Okay. Looks okay in here. But, where is Stella and Gretchen? The living room is almost exactly as you saw it the other day. Aside from the corner of a room dedicated to Gretchen, Stella's house almost feels like a museum. Everything is organized with the sort of tidiness you wouldn't expect from someone as rough and tumble as Stella, and only a handful of objects feel like they belong to her. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. It doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, unless it happened in another room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm going to forget that you said that and just be thankful that this doesn't look like a crime scene. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Investigate the kitchen. Well, close your bread. That is how you get moldy bread very fast. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. The crust of the bread has gone somewhat stale, about as much as you'd expect after being left out overnight. Whoever left it here left many hours ago. It's a little messy, but it doesn't look like anything violent happened here. Did she have somewhere she needed to be? She didn't say she had something she had to rush off to. Maybe she just had a panic attack after being possessed. But that was over 12 hours ago. I hope she would be home by now if that was the case. I'm literally doing jaw exercises to try and help with reading this. You can look back at your dialogue history anytime you accidentally skipped any unseen dialogues. Anytime you accidentally skip any... Yeah, I didn't skip anything, I don't think. Is Stella the sort of person to stop back home to make a snack in the middle of a mental health crisis? Yes. And it's comforting to think that maybe that might be all that happened. A panic attack is much more manageable than rotting ghouls or parasitic doughboys. Okay, investigate Stella's room. Oh. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything bad going on here. I don't think so. Like, I wanted to see if there was any ditchlings or... It just looks like a normal messy room. Looks like a room for a detective. But I mean, I guess she likes ghost hunting. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. No streaks of blood and pus that might belong to a certain phantom miner. He hasn't been here. You do notice, though, that her jacket is nowhere in sight. It isn't in her closet, and it wasn't on the coat rack in the other room. You do notice, though, that her Stella's jacket's gone. The Letterman one. It wasn't on the rack in the other room. It's not in here. And she doesn't have it yesterday. She didn't have it yesterday. Okay, I'm sold. Between this and the kitchen, she must have come home last night. And it seems like she was the one who decided to leave. Not struggle or anything. Anything. Not struggle or anything. See how I can, like, why can't I just, like, normally talk like that? And not just, you know, check her computer. You go to check Stella's computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? We already broke into her house, right? For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there. Like a newt. Why would I say newt? That's the thing. Like, why? I look at that word. I know it says note. But I said newt. Why? Like, that's what I'm asking myself. I don't know. It makes me so mad. Like a note detailing exactly where she is. I'm just gonna start talking like that the whole time. We didn't break into her house. The door was left wide open. Just start talking like that. If Stella didn't want us to snoop, she shouldn't have gone missing. Look, I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we've got to do whatever we can to find her. Sure, snoop away, but I'm not gonna take part in this. Like, that whole... I'm not going to take part in this. Like, I'll just be over here, standing in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. Like, that's how I have to talk to be able to coherently make sentences. Try not to rush while speaking. Are you dyslexic also? No, I'm not dyslexic. And it's not even while rushing. I'll literally slow down how I talk and it's still... Stella's desktop is like, see? I wasn't even fucking rushing and I can't horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic multi-layer display. Whoa, how do we find anything on here? You don't. Come on, let's go. Check our open tabs. It would take all day to count the number of open tabs in Stella's browser. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon. A sea of rounded, featureless triangles from Windows Edge to Windows Edge. Her most recently opened tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question is titled, "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Hey everyone, was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day, and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaking enough. This is totally staged. Moth stand. Clean footage and some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom? The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high-quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Since every low-budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious. I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen, like the Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. I believe you. Oh, lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. The thread continues into next day. Hey, okay, so 1, this isn't an ARG, I would never. And 2, you're not gonna believe this, but we went into an abandoned mine last night to investigate things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file titled Tommy Knockers, Real. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. Also, another thing is, like, there'll be days where I can, like, talk and, like, read perfectly. Like yesterday, I did a stream where I was able to read perfectly and speak pretty good. I mean, I still stuttered a lot, but, like, I can, like, speak and read it just great. And, like I wasn't getting, like, caught up in words, and my stutter was low, but, like, today, it's terrible. And I don't get why, like, certain days are better than others. See, that's exactly... Than others. Like, why am I slurring words? I learned that from speech class. It helped me. Remember those graffiti S's and Stella's sticky note? Yeah, I do. Yeah, they used to be the whole thing, during high school. Well, not high school, middle school, and elementary and all that. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights? This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is kidnapped by aliens all over again. Also, lol, doughy white things and out loud popping noises? This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her, or I'm going to call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. The thread ends. Wow, poor Stella. Remind me to never be internet famous. Here's hoping my SoundCloud stays niche and unappreciated until the day I die. I don't want to check her search history, really. No, let's do it. You check Stella's search history. She hasn't visited any websites since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. See, like, why when I speak like that, I can fucking say shit? I don't get it. Her search history is almost entirely work-related. A furious series of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit the profile of ditchlings. That's that. Let's get out of here. Feel good. Love seeing someone's room before they had the chance to clean it up for company. It's a neat little snapshot, you know? I mean, I'm always with a messy room, so I like when other people's rooms are messy. Speak for yourself. If the roles were reversed and I was missing and you and Stella were poking around in my room unannounced, I'd be completely mortified. Spoken like someone with a whole lot of secrets. My room is immaculate. A guest could drop by unannounced at 2 a.m. and I wouldn't sweat a thing. Congratulations on having your shit together. Thank you. I come by it honest. I will say that this is what a room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Could use a few more houseplants. I'll put together some trimmings after we found her. I think I just need to talk at a louder volume and move my mouth fucking more. Aw, she still does those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Okay, I don't think we're going to find much else here. Let's move on. Still life. Visit Stella's on Thursday morning. Okay, so she probably came home last night, but she's not here now. We don't have any idea where she might have gone. I thought it was actually Overacting? Oh my god. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I hope she was... I love this. It's great. I thought I was overacting this morning. I hope she would just be sleeping in. I can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where to next? Oh no. Should we check the church? I don't think she would have gone back to the mines unless Wayne took her, but then I don't think Wayne would have taken, because there's no struggle, like, unless she was just possessed to go there. Let's check out the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Here's hoping Winnie doesn't try to rope me into clocking in early. Oh, that's probably gonna happen. The diner is busier than you've ever seen it. The small booth's packed with miners. What's going on? There's a strike up at the mines. They've made the diner their base of operations. Huh, good for them. It's about time something like this happened. When you asked for the morning off, I didn't think you'd be showing up with friends. Sorry, Aunt Winnie. Stella's gone missing and I've been helping these two track her down. You haven't seen her, have you? Don't you apologize, and I can't say I have. I've been a little preoccupied. This is great for business. These fellas can have as much free coffee as they can drink if they keep piling in like this. Do you need any help? No. Sal and I can handle this. One of your friends going missing is more important than busy shift. The miners didn't even notice you enter the diner, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Now that's not me this time. There's supposed to be a 2 there. I think I accidentally skipped. Okay. I guess the shift schedules are pretty brutal, and I'd like more vacation days. I'd love to be able to see my family around the holidays, and better health benefits would be amazing. But what if she decides to... What if she decides? Are you fucking kidding me? But what if she decides to fire all of us? You're only a year or so into the work, and trust me, the longer it goes, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy, but you figure you can weather it till you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck. I'm just gonna read it like this for the rest of the time. Next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you, that uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers and pay us just enough to survive, but not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. Literally every fucking job I've worked at. But we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. I can't get fired. And the company housing, that makes a big difference for me. Right, the company housing. How generous of Tabitha to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had maintenance done in decades, taking a big chunk right out of your paycheck that sure as shit ain't going towards property tax and upkeep alone. The company housing that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. We have numbers on our side, Harrison. After what happened there the other night, damn near everyone is joining the picket line. She can't afford to lose us all. We have the power here, so long as we're united. Weigh in on Harrison's situation. What do you want to do, Harrison? Stop someone from joining the strike. Saving the family business. Okay, well... Okay, I didn't know that that would do that, okay? The miners turned towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. I don't know. This ain't your business, and those sorts of questions are exactly what someone trying to break a strike would be a skin. Come on now, I don't think Danny was trying to break your strike. And how would you know that? This person's a stranger, and a Scarlet. Hold your horses there, Zax. I don't care if you'll stand for a good cause. I don't even care how much bacon and eggs you've bought. If you start a fight in my establishment, you're out. Let's handle this like civil adults. You heard the lady. Don't get involved, or we'll all have to take this outside. I just want the record to show that just because I am currently standing next to Tabitha's cousin does not mean I am friends with Tabitha's cousin. I barely know this person. Kanika, are you serious? That kind of hurts. Like, what the fuck? Wow, bro. That fucking hurt. Oh my god. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? No, we ain't seen her. As you can see, we've got a lot going on today. We appreciate it if you didn't butt in. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. Well, just fucking leave. I don't want to deal with this shit. What's the buzz? Visit the diner in episode 4. Still no sign of Stella. Let's go to the church. The church? Why? I see what you're thinking. Stella was confronted with the vice of the afterlife, so she might try getting into all that religious stuff. It's worth checking out. I don't think that, but I think she wants a place where she can hide, where no one can find her, possibly. And no one would think for her to go to the church, because she's not religious. I think we'd be barking up the wrong tree, but I guess you're right. There's no point in not being thorough. I wouldn't mind stocking up on some holy water while we're there. Seems like a good idea to cover all our bases at this point. I don't think Baptists do the holy water thing. I'm sure Pastor Daniel would pretend to bless some water if it meant keeping us around a little longer. What if, like, I have it so I can hear my voice? So I can hear the volume of my voice? Maybe if I just turn that off. I didn't even support the strike. I literally just, like, said, because I didn't like that the people were pressuring that one girl, one of the minors, to, like, pick a side. And I just said, what do you want to do? Like, to the minor. I said, what did you want to do? And did you support or neutral again? No, I didn't support. So, I mean, it wasn't even that I didn't support. I just didn't like that they were pressuring that lady. And now Kanika just acts like I'm not even friends with her, which is fun. I just want someone to have a fucking choice in this situation and not just... I mean, yeah, the strike is should happen. But I still think that they shouldn't be pressuring one of the minors just to go along with it. Even when she's just worried about, like, getting fired if they do the strike. It just, yeah, that's why I picked it. But I guess Kanika really fucking hated that, so... won't do that again, I guess. That's good enough for me. Let's not linger, though. I don't want him thinking we're possible oh my god. Converts, whatever. Kanika leads the way, taking you up the gradual slope towards the church. You know, I lived here for a few years now, and I've never actually been to the church. That's probably for a good reason. Where is that weirdo? Oh. 4 visitors. There's only 3 of us. So I wonder if it is. Stella did come here. My, 4 visitors at once? On a Thursday? This is unprecedented. Like, unprecedented. Like, I know how to say that word, but I literally just trail off in the middle of the word, and it makes me so mad. Like, unprecedented. Like, I'm like, why? Okay, I'm done talking about me and my talking. It's just been pissing me off every stream of how, like, when I can hear myself literally not be able to say something that I want to say. And it's really annoying. But I'm gonna stop. I know it's probably bringing the vibe down, so I'm gonna stop. But there are only 3 of us. Oh no, were we followed by a ditchling? Were we followed by Wayne? Oh, Zane! Zane, Why? Why are you here, Zane? Sup, old people? Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I've had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I wanted to see if Faith held any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found that solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart, but when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. No. No. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night and no one has seen her since. We're starting to get pretty worried. We hope maybe you or Janie had seen her. I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's just over there by the alpacas. Alpacas, you know? I'm gonna literally lose my shit over this. Though, Danny, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. Oh no. Why does it have to be in private? It's a personal matter. I'd rather folks not pry on this. I won't bite or anything, I promise. And we can talk here, right in the open. I also don't know if I like the pastor. I know the game wants me to not like him because of, like, everyone calls him weird and all that. And they play this weird music whenever he shows up. But then I also thought that maybe he's cursed, or I think maybe he's cursed with whatever's going on with Scarlet Hollow. And that's why everyone thinks he's weird. And maybe that's what he's about to ask me about. I guess we'll leave you to it while we check in with Janie. See you in a minute. Your friends head off towards Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with a nervous pastor. I'm so glad you decided to come up to visit me. So many young people these days seem to think they can solve all their problems on their own. Meanwhile, God is right there ready to help them, if only they let them into their hearts. Oh, God. Oh, no. Wait. The pastor's eyes dart back towards the alpacas. Okay, good, they're gone. Oh? You're new in town. What kind of impression did I make on you? Am I creepy? Oh, they're mentioning the music! Literally, I love that Mystical makes it like fourth wall breaking. You're talking about a metaphorical piano, right? Because I can't say I've ever heard one following me around. I wasn't always like this, you know. Believe it or not, before I moved to Scarlet Hollow, I used to be pretty popular. I was one of the cool kids over at Harvard Divinity School. He's interrupted by the sounds of a snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush on the edge of the property. Tulip, come out of there! You know you're not supposed to play in the woods. Tulip glances back into the woods, quiet as she hesitates. Tulip, are you going to be good, or are we going to skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they got fed. You can give them hay. Tulip smiles broadly, seemingly excited by the prospect, and hurries off. Sorry if I had to have a firm parenting moment just then. She's been trying to run off into those woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous, even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far past the trees, but it must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. but if you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Tulip made up some imaginary friends and keeps telling us that they want her to go out there, like the word of some fictional creatures she's made up is going to convince us it's a good idea for her to play in somebody's old garbage. But she's 7. Of course she could get some funny little ideas like that. I love to get the community to rally up around the big cleanup. It's about time somebody got rid of all that junk. Oh, Tetanus Lake! Stella told me about it. Tetanus Lake? That's an accurate name. I wonder if Tulip would stay away if I started calling it that, or if it would only make it sound more alluring. Maybe if you had construction equipment and a team of professionals. It's a big area, and I have no idea how deep it goes. In the meantime, I'm just making sure Tulip knows not to go near it. What were you saying about imaginary friends? Oh, she's just been talking about these friends of hers lately. Little stories about creatures that live in the church. I'm sure she saw some animal in there and decided it was her friend. It's nothing to be overly concerned about, except the trash heap situation. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Kanika and Avery walking back to the two of you. They must have finished talking to Janie. Janie says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we better get going. Thanks for suggesting we head up here, Danny. We got to feed the alpacas. They were so cute and soft. It was awesome. And Janie says she'll come by the diner with cookies for the miners, and a few extra for me, of course. She's so nice. She even offered to bring me some since I'm feeling under the weather. Hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, we had a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let you be on your way. Oh, I think my jaw is just exhausted from talking for these days straight. Hold on, I'm doing some jaw exercises to help. I wonder if... Oh my god, how long was my mic muted? I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. Oh my god, I'm gonna be pissed. How long was my mic muted? How long was my mic muted? Oh my god, no, I gotta go to YouTube. Oh, I'm gonna be so pissed. Live, so she might try. It's how long was my mic? Decided to come up to it. If only they pay good. Metaphor used to be pretty good. Promise. Give them hay to have too far past falling into her shoes. Or if it imaginary. It's nothing to Danny. Oh, it wasn't. I don't think it was muted during any audio. Or like when I was rating. Okay, we're good. I was doing like jaw exercises to help because now my jaw is starting to hurt. And I think my jaw is just exhausted from the past days of streaming. And so like I was literally gonna try and see if you guys can hear my jaw cracking as I stretch it. And then I noticed my mic was muted and I was like, no! How long was it muted? Can you hear it? Probably not. I don't think you can. Can you? My jaw hurts so bad. It doesn't hurt it's like so bad, but... Oh, okay. Okay, we're back into it. Back into it. Lock in. Okay. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers with a big man for her. Alright, thanks. See ya. Kanika and Avery start back down the path to town, and you follow. The smallest church, and okay, you visit the church. So, what was that about? He seemed pretty insistent on talking to you alone. Yeah, he didn't say anything weird, did he? He wanted to know why everyone in town thinks he's creepy. He is creepy. It's kind of sad, isn't it? I don't think he has a lot of friends. People do weird things all the time to try and fit in. Point taken, but that doesn't mean he isn't creepy. I definitely think he's cursed, because we mentioned the piano especially to him. I mean, he doesn't fucking believe it. He thinks it's metaphorical. But, like, I think there's something, like, he's cursed in a way that, like, the library is cursed. And then he was also saying that there's been stuff happening at the church that's making Tulip think that she has imaginary friends. Like, and I feel like something is haunting the church, probably. Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella, though. Where to next? Let's check in on Oscar and Rosalina. They should be at the old Maxwell place. Yes, the place you so generous cousin decided was suitable for habitation. Hey, it's better than nothing, I guess. It's a roof over their heads for the time being, or what's left of a roof. No, I agree with Kanika. I definitely think that they should have gotten the better houses that Tabitha has. But Tabitha's so stubborn that she won't give up the house for them. After everything they've been through, though, I can't believe she'd make them stay in a place like that. You don't get far before the sound of a growling and desperate hisses grab your attention. Oh. No. Leave the cat alone. I swear to God. No, leave Pixel alone. You turn to see a ditchling approach a cornered Pixel in an alley. He must have slipped out of the library with everyone else last night. The ditchling, distracted from its hunt by your arrival, cranes its neck to face you, its eyes settling on you with alien indifference. In the distance, you hear the furious patter of many feet approaching. You won't be alone for long. Hey, quit it! The words feel meek as they leave your mouth, and the ditchling, unaffected, turns back to its cornered prey. Is there a pipe or something lying around? Maybe we can scare it off. There's no time. I'm grabbing Pixel. Ah, yes! The other dogs! Please help! Wait for it. Before you can react, a small pack of dogs around the corner. Oh, fuck them up! Fuck them up! Yes, puppies! I love how these dogs have probably been hunting all these ditchlings around. Before you can react, a small pack of dogs round the corner. They pounce on the creature, pulling it from the wall, and then taking turns biting and tearing at it until it's ripped to shreds. Yes, puppies! You're all good puppies! I wish I had talked to animals so I could talk to all of you, because I wanted to thank all of you. Their task complete, they saunter towards you. What the? It's Daisy, and Scraps too. The dogs that ran against Mayor Jimmy in the last election. And every other dog in town, all together in some kind of ditchling hunting dog gang. Oh, Pixel! Wait, is Pixel walking on 2 legs towards me? Pixel timidly steps towards you. Pixel, you got out of the library. Oh, you poor cat, come here. Oh, Pixel! I'm so sorry. We left you in there. I'm so glad you got out. Pixel cautiously walks towards your group before clambering into your arms. He has a comfortable heft to him. I guess he likes you more than me. Oh, thanks for keeping him safe, dogs. The pack of dogs scamper off, their work done. What the hell is going on in this town? Dog politics? Pixel in tow, you and your companions continue on to the old Maxwell place. The old Maxwell place. It was clearly once a mid-century modern home, and undoubtedly quite stylish for the time. But it's been abandoned for unknown decades, and moss and vines choke its exterior, barely concealing cracked walls and dust-clouded glass. Before you can approach, the door opens. An Oscar head pokes out from the entryway. Hello? Oh, sorry if I startled y'all. The walls here are worn down enough I could hear you coming from a block away. Good morning, Oscar. Just thought we'd stop by to check in. Thank goodness you found Pixel. Rosalina's been beside herself. Oscar's voice is tired. He had a long night, and it shows. His graying face seemingly having aged in the hours since you last saw him. Please, come on in. This is the old... At least it's probably not haunted. Pixel! Rosalina rushes forward, taking Pixel gently from your arms. Hey, Rosalina. Hey, Alexis. Look who we found on the way up here. I was so worried. Have you noticed that Alexis's acne cleared up? Or do you think they just forgot to draw her acne? I was so worried I thought the ghost might have done something to him. Alexis is helping us put a room together. We don't plan on staying here long, but the girls seem to be having fun with it, thank goodness. Even after all they've been through. Yeah, this is kind of cool. There's like this weird intercom thing and a jacuzzi. Maybe you guys could fix up the place. It doesn't seem that run down. It is a lot cooler than I thought it would be, and I've already met a ghost, so if it turns out to be haunted, that's no big deal. Did you say this place has a jacuzzi? Can I try it? I only just turned on the water. I don't think you want to bathe in whatever has been stuck in the pipes for the past 30 years. We're in bottled water until I get the stuff that comes out of until I get the stuff that comes out of those taps thoroughly tested. Sorry again about the library. There's no need to apologize. It's a building. You're a person. You matter more than a pile of stones. I do kind of wish we could go back for our stuff. Thanks for letting me borrow some of your clothes, Alexis. You can borrow as much as you need. I have plenty of shirts, and you can do laundry at your house, too. Of course, there are some family heirlooms that I'd rather not lose. Portraits of my parents, my father's mining jacket. I don't like the thought of our last living memories being forgotten in there. And the fact that it stole the library from me, too, that one really stings. But what are you gonna do? Y'all aren't traumatized after last night? I don't know, the past 2 days have been really weird. But I figured if I survived all that, it can only get better from now on, right? And we went through it together. I think that helps. It helped me, at least. You two are way stronger than me. My nerves are so frayed. I feel like I'm one more traumatic event away from a heart attack. Same. I think Rosalina's got the right idea. We're out of the ghost dimension. It can't hurt us unless we let it. Or unless we go back to the library. Yeah, none of us are going back there. But it's not like it's gonna come after us out here. Only the memories can impact us now. And memories can't hurt you if you don't let them. That's how I feel anyway. Spoken like someone who definitely won't have repressed trauma about being possessed 5 years from now. What's going to happen to your career now that the library is closed? That's a good question. Oh my god. I was up all night wondering the same thing. If things stay the way they are right now, it's essentially like the library burned down. The books are inaccessible, the building unsalvageable. In that scenario, the country would have to put up the money to build a new archive, or we'd have to move someplace where I can work in an existing library. Scarlet Hollow would lose a valuable public service. Oscar. Oh man, that sucks. Move? So you and Rosalina would leave? But we're not doing that, right, Dad? We're staying here. Is there any way you can just, start over and rebuild the collection? I'm sure folks around town would be willing to pitch in. It would be a lot of work, but that's a possibility. Still, maybe it won't even have to come to that. Have any of you seen Stella? We haven't been able to find her since everyone left the library last night. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? I'm starting to freak out a little. I really care about her and she's just gone. It's okay, Danny. We're going to find her. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. This is my fault, isn't it? I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't even think she knew how she'd react. And besides, you didn't know how bad it was going to get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not going to be possible. You're only one guy. That's what Rosalina's always saying. I suppose I do apologize more than I should. You really do. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. That doesn't mean something bad happened, but it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. I'm sure she'll be okay, but you should probably get back to looking for her soon. They're not staying here for free. They still have to rent it. She even said that she'll give a month for free or whatever, or the first rent paycheck for free. But they still have to pay for it. Doesn't actually seem that bad here. Are you joking? I can smell the wood rot from down the street. It's all right. It's a roof over our heads. We won't have to stay here for long. I'm going to get the library back and our house with it. I don't care what it takes. I'm not letting that creature get the last laugh. I've been thinking, as far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal going on in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods, while entire buildings are taken over by supernatural creatures. You think there was an inciting event, right? Right? I do. That's my thought too. It was never like this in the Holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magical stuff. It was me, wasn't it? It was me coming to Scarlet Hollow. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Danny got here. Kanika shoots Avery a glare. I almost said a glare. Oh my god. No, we are not throwing Danny under the bus. You were the one who literally wanted to say that you weren't my friend when I wanted a woman to have her own choice. Like, Kanika, I don't want to hear that. What? There's nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst. Sure, there's probably nothing wrong with someone being a magical catalyst, but there's definitely something wrong with saying someone's a magical catalyst. If people get the wrong idea, we're only a couple steps away from the whole town deciding to shaw her. Nobody's going to drag Danny into a witch hut on my watch. You know, you say that, but then you literally were gonna throw me away because I wanted the woman to choose, but okay. Whatever. I'd like to think we've outgrown the days of running people out of town on rails. I'd rather play it safe. Don't worry, it's not like I'm going to run around town telling everyone that Danny magicked a bunch of terrible disasters into existence. But if there's a catalyst, you know what the catalyst is? Me at the beginning of this game saying that I was allergic to peanuts. It caused everything bad to happen. Me to get a peanut allergy, and I caused all of the hauntings in Scarlet Hollow. Because I said I was allergic to peanuts. Because I just didn't want him to give me the boiled peanuts because I thought he was creepy. And I thought that if I said I was allergic, he was just gonna be like, leave me alone. And he wasn't gonna give me the boiled peanuts. I didn't know that was a major decision that leads to me being allergic to peanuts. But now I know. Oh, but if there's a catalyst for all this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Danny getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Perlane died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time she arrived. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Perlane passed, I think. I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. Whatever the cause of this is, there must be some way to put this genie back in the bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have been any similar events, and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. The town archives are, unfortunately, in the library. I told you putting everything online was important. No one uses paper anymore, Dad. You were right. It'll be my first project if we get the library back. I've learned my lesson. Until then, I'll just have to make do with what I can find online. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so at the least have some place to start. Make sure Pixel stays inside or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces? Yeah, the anguished doughboys. I kinda like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the weird little faces peering out of the bushes. Like them? Are we talking about the same creatures that's been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get friendly with them or anything. I just think they're kinda interesting. To each their own. Not Pixel. He's the best cat I've ever met. He's like a little dude. How do you know he didn't get infected already? He was out all night. Is he gonna be okay? I think some dogs kept him safe. Like a gang of dogs? I know it sounds ridiculous, but we saw it with our own eyes. A gang of dogs? I suppose stranger things have happened. This very week, in fact. But we'll make sure he stays safe. Right, Rosalina? I'm not letting him out of my sight ever again. I think there's something in the clinic. There was this door yesterday and I could feel something pulling me towards it. Right, I almost forgotten after everything that happened yesterday. You said there was something there that reminded you of the mines, right? I see. I'll dig up what I can on the clinic. There's a lot of history there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. You have a friend that lives there, right? Should we tell him that something bad might happen in his house? We might want to stay someplace safe for now. Someplace else for now, if the last few nights are any indication. Yeah, I can shoot Reese a warning text, but I don't know if his mom will let him leave. She's got an iron grip on the poor dude. She's probably even more of a skeptic than I am, or was. One way or another, I'm going to find myself back there soon enough. It's faint, but I can still feel the pull of that clinic door, and it's only getting stronger. You're not planning on breaking in, are you? Because if so, nope. Nope, you are not going to do that. Let's not have a repeat of last night. We should be more cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone getting attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. Yeah, breaking into places is bad. Learn from our mistakes. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? We've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines and another in your basement. There might be more. These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? To think there was something like that under my house all this time? To think someone must have put it there? But who? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Danny. Danny, didn't you say you felt something similar to the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen there, too. Uh-oh. Losing the library is already a blow, but losing the only doctor's office in town seems like it would be bad. Here's hoping we sort things out before that becomes an issue. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult? You mentioned something like this at the library the other day. If there was a cult in Scarlet Hollow, I feel like I'd know about it. And for all I know, you're all in it. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. Let's not get all satanic panic just yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town all my life, I feel like I would know if there was some cult that ran the place. I've got to agree with Kanika on this. I feel like I'd have picked up on something. I don't know, guys. I don't know. A cult doesn't necessarily have to run the town to have an impact here. It doesn't even need to be active. From what I gather, those carvings you've been talking about are old, and whoever left them here is probably long gone. That's what I'm saying. I don't think maybe there's not a current cult, but there could have been a cult that made them years ago. For everything that's happened, I don't think it's very far-fetched. I'll see what I can find. You never know. Whatever we're doing next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella, and fast. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. See you around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. I will. And we're going to get the library back. And we're going to figure out how to fix whatever's wrong with this town. So, that's Oscar. Any other ideas? We should go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find her cousin. I can't say I get it, but it's definitely something she would do. You don't see it? Oh, come on. The two of them have such a dynamic, you know? Classic dog and cat situation. Come on, I'll drive us. You follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet Mines. Oh, no. A wall of bodies, picket signs, and megaphones in hand forms a human barricade around the entrance to the Scarlet Mines. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Scarlet, more like toilet? Oh my god. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple days a week. They'll be chill. Will they be chill talking to Tabitha's cousin, though? Look out, fellas. That's the boss's cousin. And Zach said these kids were just down at the diner acting suspicious. Don't engage. I may be related to Tabitha, but I stand with the workers. The miners collectively ignore you. Oh, fuck me. I was trying to recover! Have any of you seen Stella Richmond? She went missing sometime in the past day, and we haven't been able to find her. The YouTuber? We already asked them. She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we'd know if she'd come by. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Can't say we'll be much help, though. We'll just be standing around here for the foreseeable future. Why are the cops here? Miss Scarlet requested we supervise the situation. The mine's the source of a lot of jobs in town. She just wanted to make sure nobody did anything hasty while expressing their concerns. That's a polite way of saying that they're here to intimidate us. A little reminder from the boss that she owns more than just the coal mines. Simmer down. Nobody's here to intimidate anyone. The Scarlet Mines are private property. Miss Scarlet has every right to request some oversight during a tense situation. There's a lot more of us than there are of you. I need to talk to Tabitha. So you're saying you want to cross the picket line? You don't have to literally cross the picket line to get inside. There's always that hole Rosalina used to sneak in the other day. Sneak in. You pull Kanika and Avery aside and tell them your plan to sneak in. I guess that'll work, but I don't think it's a good idea for us to follow you in there. That's a good idea. I've never exactly been sneaky. Plus all the miners know me. I'd stick out like a sore thumb. We'll just wait outside by the van. You make your way to a hole in the fence and sneak into the mine. It's quiet today, empty beyond the ruckus at the front gate. The trailer that serves as Tabitha's office looms above you on the hill. Knock. You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. No response. Knock again. You knock again. Oh, for the love of... The door swings open. Oh. Hello. Oh, it's you. Should I go? Yeah, I'm trying to get yourself noticed. What were you two talking about? That's for me to know and you to not ask any questions about. You have nothing to do with any of this, so don't get involved. Should I be worried about... Don't say another word. Just leave. I'll handle this. The door clicks closed as Rodriguez leaves Tabitha's office. Oh. What the fuck? The instant you're alone, Tabitha rounds on you. She grabs you by the collar, her face close to yours, eyes full of rage. Her words are frustrated hiss. Listen to me, Danny. Really listen. This isn't some fun little game, okay? This is my life, and if you value yours, you'll keep quiet about what you just saw. What? What happened? Bro! I don't care what's going on! Bro! I don't care if we're family. I can make the rest of your stay here a living hell if you cross me. My God, Tabitha! Her grip loosens. As Tabitha turns away from you, your eyes are drawn to the gun hanging above Tabitha's desk. Death, really? What was going on for you to react that way? I thought maybe you were negotiating with one of the miners about the fucking strike. That's all. You acting like that just made me 100 times more suspicious to everything you're doing now. Sorry to get scary for a second. I've just been pushed to the brink this week. I can't have anything else go wrong. Start crying? Honestly! It wasn't completely uncalled for. I disagree. It doesn't seem like you respond to firm requests, so I've had to escalate to threats. And if this doesn't work, I will follow through on them, so don't try me. What did you come up here to talk about anyway? Just decided you wanted to bother me on the worst possible day to be bothered? Stella's still missing. We've been looking all over town for her and don't have any leads. Why does things keep happening to me? Bro, it's not happening to you. I'm just here to ask if you know where Stella might be, bro. Oh my God, I don't know how anyone likes Tabitha. I tried to be her friend, and it's like I'm not even her friend. But like also, I'm like in good graces with her right now, but the good graces are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Why do things keep happening to me? Please, can I just have one day where only one thing happens? Tabitha groans with anxiety. I'm sure she'll turn up, but I'll see if I can get a hold of her. Don't think looking for my missing acquaintance gives you a pass to do anything dangerous. I'm not looking for her for your benefit, Tabitha. I'm looking for her because I'm her friend and I'm worried about her. Like, she turns it... Oh my God, I don't like Tabitha. Maybe I should have just, never tried to befriend Tabitha because I don't think I can do this. You're forbidden from doing risky things, even for what you might think is a good reason. I'll wind up where I wind up. Those who seek to avoid doomed prophecies often fulfill them through their attempts to be free. Are you trying to tell me that destiny is what compels you to give me back-to-back migraines this week? Yeah, because fuck you at this point. Great. I can't wait to find out what ridiculous situation you'll wind up today. And what I also wanted to see, here's me trying to be friendly and nice, and she's gonna shut me down as soon as I say it. Did you really think I'd want to have some kind of heart-to-heart right now? Sorry, Danny, but I have work to do. Save your probing questions for some other time. Or never. I don't care which. If not now, then when? I'm only here for a few more days. Every time we talk, we wind up fighting. You're the reason we wind up fighting. I am just trying to be a nice, friendly person. Why would I want to spend time with you when you make the whole experience so unpleasant? Neither one of us likes the other. Let's just stay as cordial as we can until the week is over and we can go our separate ways. I want to talk about the strike. Good for you. I don't. Now, if you have something else to talk about, spit it out. Otherwise, get out of my office and let me work. I'm not even... Turn around and leave. Bye, I guess? Weirdo. Weirdo! Bye, I guess? Oh my god. If I would have said bye to her, she probably would have just ignored me and gone back to her fucking desk and been a little bitch. Like... Ah! Nothing I do makes her happy. Nothing I do makes her happy. You leave the office, the door slamming shut behind you. Wait, what did you say? No, no. Okay, this whole time I've been trying to be nice to Tabitha, and she literally fucking just acts like a bitch, okay? You want to see what I said? This is what we said. So... I also wanted to see how you were doing with the strikes, your mom, everything. Let's really talk. Did you really think I'd want to have some kind of heart-to-heart right now? Sorry, Danny, but I have work to do. Save your probing questions for some other time. Or never. I don't care which. If not now, then when? I'm only here for a few more days. Every time we talk, we end up fighting. Why would I want to spend time with you when you make the whole experience so unpleasant? Neither one of us likes the other. Let's just stay as cordial as we can until the week is over and we can go our separate ways. And then I went on to the next option. But literally, I try and be nice and talk to her and, like, try and, like, help her with any issues. And she fucking just shuts me down every time. And then because she's been such a bitch, finally I just turned and left instead of saying anything like bye or anything. And then she has the fucking nerve to be like, bye, I guess, weirdo. And I swear, if I would have said bye or I should have saved. I should have saved and gone back to do it and shown that, like, anything I would have said. Oh, you know what? I saved right here. Let me save real quick. Let me save that. Is it saved? Oh, yeah. Let me load back here. Also, she threatens me as soon as I walk in the door because I guess I came in when she was talking to one of the minors, but she acts like it's a crazy thing. What are you gonna do? Shoot me? Here. Man, that last one was crazy. Hey, I'm on you. Let me show you what she did. So I said that was completely uncalled for. Because it was. Why are you getting up on my face and fucking threatening me? I disagree. It doesn't seem like you respond to firm requests, so I've had to escalate to threats. Blah, blah, blah. Ask me why I came to bother her. Stella's still missing. Why do things keep happening to me? So immediately she's saying, like, God, why is there such a burden on my life? Even though I'm friends with Stella as well, and I'm looking for her for my benefit of knowing where my friend is, not because Tabitha's friends with her. Tabitha groans with anxiety. I'm sure she'll turn up, but I'll see if I can get a hold of her. And then here's another thing. Don't think looking for my missing acquaintance gives you a pass to do anything dangerous. Like, again with, like, I'm not looking for Stella for your benefit. Like, it's for everyone's benefit, my benefit especially, because I'm a friend of hers as well. Like, that's what also pissed me off during this conversation. And then I said, I'll go where my destiny, I did a missed school option because I like to use those. And then I said, this, blah, 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 blah. She gets all mad. If not now, then when? I only have a few days. And then talk about the strike. And then she doesn't really... And so, okay. So, let's say bye this time. Based on how Tabby demonstrates treating you that way because she blames you for all bad things happening to her, I can see why Kanika doesn't like Tabby. I know! And it's pissing me off because I've been trying to be friends with her, along with everyone else. I've tried including her in things. I've tried being nice to her. I thought the whole possession thing and the ghost thing would have, like, made us closer. Because by the end of it, we were both like, nah, fuck this. We ain't risking each other's life to, like, get this ghost out of the library. So I thought by the end of it, we would be closer. But no, apparently she just hates my fucking guts no matter what I do. So let's say that's all. Bye. Stay safe. So you actually do respond in a nice way. I can't keep doing this, Tabitha. I can't keep doing this tsundere ass fucking relationship of you being like, no, I hate your guts, get away from me. And then being like, oh, why didn't you say bye to me? What? Like, I can't keep doing this. It's driving me insane, Tabitha. Oh my god. I'll go with that because it was a nicer ending with her, at least. Oh my god. You find Kanika and Avery waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any new leads. Feels like we've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back to town and we can figure out our next move from here. Oh my god, Tabitha. Tabitha! Where to next? The cops were at the mines. They're not gonna do anything. I'm supposed to get tea with my mom today. Maybe she'll have some ideas. With your mom today, not my mom. But I mean, also she's mommy. Anyway. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably gonna give you some rocks and bundles of herbs for protection or something. Which might actually work, who knows? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's do it! Bells of the general stores chime and welcomingly as the three of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? Ah, hello. And hello to you two. Hope you both recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom. It's just that Stella's missing and Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. You need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that quote of yours. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Danny about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to her. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Oh my god, Kanika. Bye, Danny. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. Good thing Kanika has her mom looking out for her. She seems so tired today, and you'll probably be able to find Stella without her. Wait, this isn't right, is it? Something's going on here, but it's hard to put it into words or pin it down into thoughts. Weird. Yeah, you're just like brushing it off. Weird. Also, so we have Kanika feeling sick as well, right after everything with the library. But apparently she was feeling sick the day of the library, from what Sybil told us and all that. And then Stella's missing. I'm trying to work it out. I'm thinking the next thing is gonna be the clinic. And I'm wondering if that's where we're gonna find Stella. And maybe she said she's not feeling well and all that. Maybe that's what's gonna be the next thing. Because as soon as they started talking about Reese in the clinic, I started to think like maybe that's where Stella went. Like maybe we should check the clinic, or at least, you know, Dr. Kelly's house, but that was a weird thing that just happened with Mystical. And I'm so sorry to be a bad host, Avery, but I was hoping Danny and I could do our reading in private. I'm sure Winnie needs help at the diner. Ah, you're right. I've totally left her on her own today. Fine by me. I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes.
I'm sure those leaves are very particular. Oh, but before I go, I did want to ask, are you a witch? As flattered as I am that you think I'm that magical, I'm just an old lady who likes teas and has a few unusual hobbies. Look, I'm just saying, doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned, but I won't push it. Though, just so you know, if you are a witch, you can totally tell us. We'd be cool about it. I'll leave y'all till your not supernatural private tea leaf reading. We'll catch up tomorrow, Danny. They make their way out of the general store, disappearing down the street in the direction of the diner. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Follow Sybil to the tea room. Okay. I think we're going to do the reading and then we're going to end the stream because we're hitting the 2-hour mark. Please have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here. Only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plants in the corner. What kind of cold does Kanika have? A head cold, headache? She's just talking about, like, how she's been super foggy. Well, I mean, also the possession happened, but, like, even before, like, the library, she was saying that she felt super, like, foggy, super out of it. I don't know if she said, like, cold, like, symptoms, but, like, Sybil thought she had a cold. So, but I don't know if it starts out as, like Reese. Reese is sick, like, very sick, and he spends all of his time in the doctor's house. And I wonder, like, if it starts out as, like, oh, maybe I just have a cold, you know? And I'm wondering if, like, that's how Reese started out. Like, he just had, like, he felt like, you know, not the best, but, like, a cold, you know? And so I'm wondering if, like, that's what's happening to everyone. Like, for me, that line threw me off, like, I don't know. You take it. Oh, I already read that. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with an undercurrent of decaying earth. It's the same tea you sampled with Avery at the diner on Tuesday. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? Drink the tea, it's good for you. That kind of scared me. And I don't like how she, like, sat up straighter. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. It's soothing beyond what you would expect out of ordinary tea. There must be something magical at work in its blend. So, how did you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Well, my family's been in these hills for a long time. It's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. The other day you promised to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Perlane was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerable more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Why were Perlane and my mother raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, or nor did your mother. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was the fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Am I something bad? Am I the monster in this story? Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Do they even exist? I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. It was Charles Shaw Jr. Little known fact, it was Charles Shaw Jr. Oh my god, might have been Stuart or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once her grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, that she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, what with skipping town and all. Quit yanking me around. You have something to tell me. Just come out and say it. I'll need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me the full picture. You close your eyes and take another sip, and then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it. The small cup empty save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Oh good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. Now into business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of the cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definitive urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in plain sight. Should I take that literally, as in like Pixel? Or Frou-Frou? Because that was kind of weird with Pixel in the alley. Like the ditchling was literally attacking Pixel. I mean, yeah, they've been like, you know, putting like those eggs in the animals, but like also, and then after Pixel was saved and Pixel came towards me, Pixel got up on their hind legs for some reason. I don't know if that was just signifying that like, oh, I needed to pick them up and whatnot, but that kind of creeped me out, the way Pixel just kind of stood up there on their hind legs and was like, oh, that cat's gotta be Pixel, or maybe it's Frou-Frou. Those are the two cats I know. I know that's taking it really literal. It's probably not the cats. The cat could be Wayne, the cat could be the cat could be anyone, apparently. I'd like to see. I'm sure it wouldn't make much sense to most people. It'd probably just look like a confusing mess of old leaves, but you're free to take the look. I wonder if it won't because I have mystical. Oh. Well, I mean, You take the cup, staring down into it. It's just leaves. There's no pattern. Nothing swimming together in the dregs of your chi to give you any warnings or premonitions. I thought if I had mystical, maybe it would look like, what she's talking about. After a long moment, Sybil takes the cup back from you. I hope that settled your curiosity. Don't worry if you couldn't make sense of it. It takes years to learn this sort of thing, even with someone with your propensities. She winks conspiratorially. Okay, so she knows I'm like her. So we're kind of some medium type shit. The cat could be Dr. Kelly. She's been nothing but hostile since I've met her. Joan Kelly is just a very blunt woman, bless her soul. Reese's condition puts a great strain on them both, and I'm sure she doesn't mean to come across the way she does. That kind of stress would do the same to anyone. But she's not a friend of yours. She's not family, so she lacks the closeness required to be the cat. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. So it has to be someone close and someone who's family? Tabitha? Tabitha's not really close to us, though. I mean, on a sense of, friendliness, but... Just be on guard. Keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. Someone close to me that shouldn't be trusted. I hope it's not Stella. I don't know. Stella? I don't think it's Stella. Kanika? Maybe. With how fast... Well, at time, how fast she threw me under the bus. But then how fast she was to, trying to get in my better graces again. Maybe. Avery? I don't know. Avery just seems like he's a neutral... I don't think... I don't see him doing anything. Tabitha? Yeah. I can see a lot, but then the game probably wants to make you think it's Tabitha. Who else am I close to? Frou-frou? I'm not really close with Frou-frou. I don't know. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way. It's likely that it's connecting to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Also, it is also weird. I know we were joking about taking the cats too literally and all that, but also Pixel also survived the library, surprisingly, which is weird. How did Pixel make it out of the library? All right, I don't know. Maybe it is Stella. That's gonna be heartbreaking if it is. Because also, Wayne is hunting Stella for some reason. Not really hunting her, but he was I need to have a chat with Stella after this or whatever. And it's weird that he knows about Stella in that way. And thinks that Stella is somehow leading us astray to the point where he wants to talk to her, or at least I don't know about talking to her. I don't know if he actually wants to hurt her or talk to her, but okay. Anyway, that's my theory. I don't know. It could be fucking Stella, and I'm gonna be so sad if it's Stella. And I think Tabitha's too obvious. Kanika might be it. But then the cats again, Pixel is a little weird. Judging by what you told me last night, those stones, carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek those carvings out, piece together what you can from your visions, and arm yourself with information. I can't remember what was on the first carving we saw, but the second carving had a ram that symbolized Charles Shaw Jr. He was like a ram in every story, so that they showed us. So I'm guessing that symbolizes Charles Shaw Jr. But then there was wolves around him. And I'm trying to think who would represent the wolf. I don't know. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Your thoughts drift to the door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug you and compelling you to return and open to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. Yeah, exactly. Also, maybe it is Tabitha. Because, like, you know, it's the Scarlets that have, like, kind of done all this. Like, all these carvings are showing us that, you know, it's the Scarlets that have been doing it. It's the Scarlets that have been, you know, fucking everything up. And, like, it's, like, all these carvings are doing, all these, like, spirits are doing, is really trying to just show us that, like, all like, with Charles Shaw, like, one, the father of Charles Shaw was fucked over by the Scarlets. Then Charles Shaw Jr. was fucked over by the Scarlets with Edwardine. And then in the mines, the Shaw family was fucked over by the Scarlets. That's what I said at the beginning, but it's like, it's trying to tell us that it's all the Scarlets. And I know that with Tabitha, you would, like, I don't know if it's a red herring that they're trying to make me think that it's so obvious that it might be Tabitha. But then I was thinking back to the trailer and how she got up all in my face that way. And during, like, the possession and, like, the weird hallucinations we were getting in the library, there was things that she was witnessing from the story of Charles Shaw that she was like, I can't believe, like, there was times where she, like, I feel like there was something she knew more about and that she wouldn't tell us, and she was feeling, like, guilty over. And I wonder if it could actually be Tabitha. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. I don't like... That was me talking, right? Oh no, maybe it was Sybil. No, it is me. Like, my thoughts. That's weird, also. I don't like that she's pushing away the thought of finding Stella. That's worrying to me. Because at this point, it's like turning into a thing where everyone is kind of like pushing aside the thought of finding Stella. Like, Kanika was just fine with going up to her room to rest, and Avery was just fine going back to the diner. And now I'm just kind of like, oh, well, we can find Stella later, you know? Or it's not that important to find Stella, it's more important to go to the clinic. That's weird, right? We're all just kind of brushing off the fact that Stella's going missing. And I wonder if that's the work of whatever this curse is. And it might be because of the clinic, but also it's weird that we're all just kind of like forgetting about Stella, and there's no real, like, because if we get to the point where, like, the townsfolk start to be like right now they're like, oh, the YouTuber? You mean the YouTuber? Like, they know she existed, but if we get to the point where they're like, who are you talking about? Or like, I've never heard that name. That's when I'm gonna start to worry. I think I felt another one in the clinic. That's good. If you can find your way inside and uncover another stone, that could give you a leg up on your adversary. You'll just have to be careful to avoid the doctor. Something tells me she won't take too kindly to you sniffing around her clinic. If I recall correctly, there's a hill that'll take you nearly all the way to the second story, and she never locks any of the doors up there. Just in case that's helpful information. How do you know that? How do you know that, Sybil? How do you know that? I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving clear answers. You helped last night, why don't you come with me? I may have been able to see through the spirit's illusions, but I'm not some kind of all-powerful entity. I'm an old woman. I have trouble with my knees, and my eyesight isn't what it used to be. And in most situations, I'd be more of a liability than a helpful companion. Imagine if I'd been in those mines with you, some use I'd be, struggling to climb over rocks and ladders, throwing my back out from all the crouching. Thanks, I'll let you know if I find anything. Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well, and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. I'm not gonna say is that all. Like, she gave us some pretty good information. Especially sneaking into fucking Dr. Kelly's house. That's weird. How does she know all of that? Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. With a small grin of effort, Sybil gets up from the table, and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Sybil closes the door to the tea room. The bells of its doors strangely flat in the still air of the nearly empty general store. Okay. Talk to Miles. Ghosts are real. You thought she should know. Yeah, I know. I see tons of videos of ghosts doing stuff on the internet. I'm not 12. Is your mom a witch? Wouldn't she like to know? Yes, I would. Miles ignores you. So, Kanika has a cold, huh? That's what she says. She's just trying to get out of work again. Like I didn't have anything better to do all week while she sits in her room watching anime. Says the guy in Goku pants. Everyone knows Dragon Ball is good anime. She watches the trashy shit. Oh, fuck off. I hate those kind of anime people. I love anime, but the people are like, oh, well, have you ever watched Dragon Ball? Have you ever watched, oh god, I'm blanking on fucking mainstream old anime. Oh god. Have you ever watched One Piece? Like, though I do plan on watching One Piece. I tried to watch Dragon Ball, did not like it. Anyway, but yeah, I hate anime people who are like that. Who are like, well, you're not a real anime if you haven't watched Dragon Ball Z. Or if you haven't watched Dragon Ball. Shut up. I probably watched fucking more anime than you have. Some of those people are like they only watch Dragon Ball 2. You should probably save at this spot. From what I remember, it's going to be a long one. Oh yeah, I'm saving. Don't worry. I just wanted to like talk to Miles real quick. You see any weird rocks around town? Yeah, you. He smirks. Clearly this is a very sick burn, and you should feel bested by his wit. Alright, I'm gonna save here, actually. And we're gonna end it here. So let's save, overwrite that save just so we're caught up. Next stream, which I think will be tomorrow at the same time. Why don't you like Dragon Ball? I grew up watching that show. I tried to get into it. I started it from the very beginning, and I got in like a good decent amount of episodes, and I just could not get into it. I couldn't. And even like watching clips of like the newer Dragon Ball stuff, and like, you know, it's not my type of anime, I guess. It's just not. I don't know. It's just not my type of thing, you know. Too action-packed? No, I like action animes. It's just not the type of thing. Like, I don't like Naruto either. I don't like Naruto. I plan to watch One Piece at one point. I tried to watch Naruto. I couldn't get into it. It's just not my type of animes, I guess. I don't know. But I just don't like when people, like, degrade you for not liking a big mainstream anime. Bleach, I haven't watched. I haven't even tried to watch Bleach. I should probably try at one point. But yeah, the like main old like classic animes that people always say like are the best, even though like, I mean, they're probably really good. But like at this point, I don't know if they'd be considered the best. I mean, again, to each their own. Oh, accidentally muted. And like to you, like Dragon Ball can be the best anime. Like again, it's all in your preference of anime. Like I have a favorite anime that probably no one's ever fucking heard of, and it gets a bad rap because the anime kind of sucks, but the manga is a lot better. But I know there's people who, as soon as I tell them that anime, they'd be like, "What? That's anime is so bad. Like, why would you like that?" And I'm like, it's just what you like and what you don't. And I'm not gonna bash anybody for like liking Dragon Ball or liking Naruto. Like, that's what you like. Like, I'm not gonna say it's a bad anime just because I don't like it, because it's not a bad anime. But yeah. Now, I love that turned into such a big conversation just because I mentioned how he's wearing Goku pants. That's funny to me. Understandable. I would like to watch One Piece, but it's so long. It is. That's one of the reasons I haven't started it. It's so long. And then apparently they're doing a remake of it or something where they're animating it all fresh in a new studio. And I'm like, how you've been working on the original episodes for so long. It's been out forever and you're gonna start just from the beginning again? I was like, what? But yeah, I don't know. At one point I'll probably try and watch One Piece. It'll take me forever, but I'll try. Remake? Whoa, that's ridiculously cool. Yeah, there's like I saw like a little trailer for it at one point. It was like a while ago, and I don't think they have like any kind of release date or window or anything. They just were like announcing that they were working on a remake. But it's like by this other studio, and it's gonna be like the animation's gonna be different, and it actually looked really cool. Like the animation was really nice, but I don't know like when it's gonna happen or like how that's all gonna go. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. We've been going for about 2 hours and 20 minutes. See you tomorrow. See ya. And I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow at the same time. Let me check my schedule though, just to be sure. I know I'm off tomorrow, but depending how early I open the next day. No, I should be able to stream tomorrow. Alright, then we're gonna stream tomorrow. Hopefully I can talk better, and it'll be a better talking day. Because I was literally losing my mind today. But yeah, I'll see y'all. And I'm going to